from a basketball perspective, Steven, where do you stand after the dust is settled for the Suns?
I mean, there's no trades. There's no savior coming from outside. We knew that. It's definitely not happening now. The best they can do is make a marginal move on the buy-in market from a player that was a mid-level exception or less in terms of their contract. It's all about what's in-house now. Are you guys going to rally together? The outside noise has really been shut down now. Do you have what it takes inside to ultimately give yourself a chance? That's it. That's all there is left. Can you give yourself a chance?
Yeah, I mean, I'm underwhelmed by the trade deadline. I think getting off of Nurk's contract is something that you wanted to do and needed to do, even though you kind of have egg on your face doing that 2 years after the fact and having to attach an asset to get rid of a guy that you were selling as a better fit than the guy that went out the door at the center spot. But again, I think that needed to happen. I think you have some flexibility in terms of getting under the second tax apron over the summer, depending on what you do next. But how you navigate these next couple of months, both with the players that are in-house, who all heard their names come up in trade rumors, and also how you navigate with Kevin Durant as either the co-star for Devin Booker for the next couple of years or someone you now have to trade to a probably limited list of potential destinations is going to determine everything, and it could be the beginning of the end if you don't handle it right. So the pressure is very much on, not just for the next 3 months, to evaluate everyone on this roster and every coach and every person in the organization, but also how you're going to rebuild moving forward and get this team where you want it to go.
We're about to find out if the talk of leadership on this team and all that is 100% correct. Because right now, if you have a toxic locker room, you know what a leader does? He goes in there and he tries to galvanize people. He tries to fix what's going on, and they work together, and they try to make the best out of a situation that has gone completely south. And I think that is what I'm most interested in seeing. And I actually kind of wonder if that's what they're talking about when they're saying, in part, that they want to evaluate this team over the next few months. Does somebody step up? Does somebody try to change the way that at least the feeling that's being reported is in that locker room, and have enough pride as a group to try to put yourself in a position to at least, at the very least, make the play-in, and then try to fight your way into a first-round series? Do you have the heart, or do you wilt and drop back into that 12th spot, put your tail between your legs, and just say, well, is what it is? And that's what I want. That's what I need to know right now.
I'll say, as a team with the most money being invested into it in league history, to not make the play-in, yet alone the actual playoffs. Come on now.
Yeah, I think the most potent thing that I heard in this entire 2-hour show just came from Steven. Savior's not coming. Point blank, period. Not that I think this season can be saved, but hypothetically, if it were to be saved, it would take a turnaround of epic proportions where every single player, coach, front office member takes a long, hard look in the mirror and says, what can I do to try and save the Titanic from sinking? Because maybe we haven't hit the iceberg yet, but we're steering towards it.
I think they're trying to get in lifeboats because the iceberg has already hit.
Find some lifeboats.